Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the thing where people drive and they go around. I am very attractive, and with me, as always, is noted South African interpretive dancer.
I was going to say, I don't
Michael
really
Ray.
know if I like where this is going, but okay. That works.
I'm trying to pick an exotic place and then a really obtuse quasi-profession that might not be actually viable. So it took
Anyways,
my brain a little bit to go
we got
from South African to professional interpretive dancer.
we got the qualifying kind of cut off, so we're off. In 90 minutes of enduro fun at Bathurst is on the way. We'll wait until these standings kind of shake themselves out, but I do believe Romain Dumas leads the way. And he is followed by William Murrah and the Spanish connection of Xavi Castaño Muniz and that is Albert Arjona. I like how Mike Stoppmill is listed in first place, even though he's in almost last place. It's like the game knows. It's just I'm not even going to waste time. I'm not even give you hope.
Why is the Stoffmill in last place?
He didn't qualify. He joined like literally right at the end. He's like, "Is there still room for me?" We're like, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Albert Arjona and Xavi Castaño Muniz getting into trouble there with the Porsches, and there is carnage on the way up the hill. Everybody in the wall, everybody humping. By the way, Stoffmill there in the Honda coming through. So,
how dare you betray Gulf Oil like this, sir?
It's interesting that we're getting this weird kind of standings thing going on here. That's going to be a bit interesting, but it's fine.
I'm interested. First place, first one. He got all the way back to the pits faster than anyone else.
Unfortunately, I do believe Xavi's day is done, and hopefully the camera leaves Xavi. Nope. Thank you.
No,
Josh,
it's gonna be an hour and a half.
Josh McLaughlin in the Jaguar, running in 13th place, ahead of the Aston Martin V12 of John Barker. Dave Nelson's Ferrari also back there.
What in the name of the heck frickety frack track are we at here?
This is Bathurst.
Oh, that's cool.
We're back at Bathurst once again. Benoit Dumas facing Albert. Albert Arjona is actually rivaling Dumas here for the lead of the race, which is intriguing because he was involved in that accident, but apparently escaped more or less unscathed. In behind him, that is the Mercedes of William Murrah and the Porsche of Max Simmons, the Sandbag King. So these four have gotten away at the start. I mean, plenty of time left. There are 2 pit stops here. Should be noted that the pit window is messed up for this race, so we don't know. The 2 in the orange there is completely useless. Looks like Richard DeRoche slipped to the back of the pack.
Mr. Sandbag, bring me ice cream. Dum 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 dum.
Indeed. Further back, that is Robin Rahastik rounding off the top 5 right now. Michael Magas in 6th place in the Audi, and Mike Stoppmill is trying to make a 3 wide with Michael Leb or Michel Leibel and Martin Edmonds, and he gets through the middle, and the Honda is on the charge. Mike Stoppmill
just liable enough to get that through there, yeah.
Stoppmill up in his 7th place, and also in the mix there, it is the Jaguar of Josh McLaughlin in the fight. We ride on board with Dave Nelson in 13th place as we head up the hill for the second time. He is on the tail of John Moly Springs, pardon me. Everyone loving that black and gold Porsche these days. A lot of black and gold in the ESR field these days. I'm not really sure what to feel about it, to be honest.
They're all just really big Waka Flocka Flame fans.
Maybe.
Wasn't he the guy that did the black and yellow,
No, that was Wiz Khalifa.
Well, okay, well, whatever. One of the stoner guys that isn't Cypress Hill.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
It's all about the Hamilton Steeler Cats.
Mm-hmm. They do play that song at a lot of Hamilton's High Cat games.
Yeah, I figured.
Course we go there. Mike Stoppmill in the Arrows Racing Honda. I do really like that livery, actually. It stands out. It's nice.
Looks like a creamsicle.
A little bit. It's got a little bit of that creamsicle going on. But it's got that chocolate at the back, so it's like a chocolate ice cream creamsicle.
Oh, chocolate dip creamsicle. Oh. Now I'm hungry. I'm gonna have to wash that down with Maker's Mark bourbon.
It's closing in on Michael Magas in the Audi up in 6th place, and ahead of them is the McLaren of Robin Rahasticek, who I have no idea if I'm butchering that name. Probably am, but I'm doing my best.
Uh, yeah, that's about right.
I am admittedly like adding something in between the T and the C, and I do not know why.
I don't know
could be
either.
some
I'm gonna go
hockey
with
player or something.
Rahaschik.
Yeah, Rahashchik is probably the answer.
Rehash Chuck.
Max Simmons still on the tail of the two Mercedes of Benoit Dumas and William Murrah. Dumas has slipped behind Murrah, which is interesting. So he's had some problems.
Perhaps he needs some musketeers.
Perhaps. And leading the way in the AM category, the bronze category with the red number plates, is Grant Kuenmerl. That's what I'm going with until you correct me. He's Grant K over on Discord.
I'm trying to even see.
He's not. It's not on the screen right now. He's in 15th.
God dang it!
He's in 15th place. He's in front of David Brock.
So he's. Oh yeah. Okay, great. He's in the pack that isn't on track.
Yeah. Well, it's on track. It's just not on the. It's not on the.
He's
screen.
not on track to be on the screen. Maxwell. L. Biblioteca Simmons.
So I'm looking at the Bathurst track map, and there's a section of this track called the John Hinksman Vista, and it's interesting. As they head down the Conrad Straight, Mike Stopmill looking to make a move. Man, that Honda is hauling ass in the straightaways. Wow.
Fonda ain't got a motor in the back of her Honda.
Ugh. Well, that one definitely does, as Rahastachek is off the track.
My Anaconda dope.
And 2 for the price of 1. Stopmill's got himself 5th place. Up from 20th to 5th already, and it's taken him just 3 laps.
Scott Nick said that he likes my beatboxing, so I might break out some of that.
That's fine. We got 90 minutes here, sir. I mean, I guarantee you we got some time to kill.
So Scott Nick and the wife have had a serious, heartfelt discussion, and they feel that perhaps we are being too effluvious with our jargon. Don't try and look up that word, because I think I made it up. Oh, that guy's dead.
I think that is Romain Dumas in the wall there.
What a Dumas, he went straight into the wall. So perhaps we should limit our references to him to perhaps a small rebrand that he will be now known as Sufficient Genitalia Nicholas.
Sufficient Genitalia. I mean, I'm fine with that. She would know more than anyone else, I would assume.
I'm not going to say one thing one way or the other. I was trying to be, I was just assuming that he's usually somewhere near the middle of the pack because he's just weighed down by the extra ballast.
I mean, we know that driver size is definitely something that comes into play in motorsports. A lot of teams, for example, really don't look at Nico Hulkenberg terribly seriously because he's, for a driver, a rather large individual.
I can't quite get up the speed on the straightaway. It keeps getting in the way of the flappy paddles.
Michael Magas is closing in on Robin Rahastachek in the battle for 5th place there. Audi versus McLaren. And further back, it's Martin Edmonds in the Aston Martin. And then this group, led by John Barker. And that's Michael
this asshole.
Michael Leibel. And I believe it was Josh McLaughlin on the tail of that as well. William Murrah and the Mad Panda. Mad Panda's back, Byron.
The angered marsupial up in this bitch.
Seems like everybody is taking your love of the Mad Panda for stuff. Oh, there is the name we were talking about before. Grant Kuenmerl. Kuenmerl? I don't know. I have never seen a name like that.
It's either Kumerl or Kumerle.
I didn't think of Kumerle.
It happens to some guys, but I don't often Kumerle myself.
He's overtaken Romain Dumas there, who was the car that was in the wall earlier, so he might be... Yeah, he's coming back through. Roman is one of the fastest guys in all of ESR, to be honest. This is the first time we've had Romain Dumas and Mike Stockmel on the same track. So to be honest, I'm kind of interested to see where that goes.
Even if he can stay out of the wall.
Romain does actually have the best winning percentage in ESR history. In 100%, he's never been beaten in a race. So we'll see if Stockmel can end that run. But right now, it's Albert Arjona leading the way for the GPX Porsche team.
In 13th place, we have Grant Three Wishes Kumerle. Yikes!
He is currently He is the leading bronze driver, as I said. Only 3 of them in the field: David Brock and Logan Sword are the other 2.
I would like to remind the ESR community that none of those points count because he was not in races I did commentary on.
I think you did comment on Romain Dumas, one of Dumas's races last season.
Dumas, yeah, but not the Kumerle guy.
No, this is his debut. This is
okay.
Kumerle's.
I misunderstood.
Kumerle's debut in ESR here today, as well as Logan Sword, newcomers to the field. So we give them a hearty welcome. Also, Leibel and Rahastchuk are newcomers as well. Should be mentioned, there are a couple of number plates that are incorrect in this particular race. Robin and Leibel are both silvers. They are listed as pros, so please ignore that. As Rahastchuk has lost a spot to Michael Magas there, who's up into the top 5.
Merle, world fastest Merle.
And I believe the other one is quite obvious. Romain Dumas is not silver. He is definitively in the overall pro category. And William Murrah taking the lead there. Or no, that's a lap situation. That's getting past Logan Sword, who is under some blue flags there.
The Sword.
A lot of Ferraris coming together there. That's DeRoche, Nelson, and Kumerle. And Nelson going down the inside of DeRoche. DeRoche is down a lap, so he may have had a pit stop. Getting a little bit out of shape there into Quarry, and then up into the cutting.
Might I recommend to Logan Sword to marry into a family of Wilkinsons and then hyphenate that name? Come on.
I'm fine with it.
And if you don't understand that joke, go use Google.
So walking through the corners here, just because we'll have a little bit of time to fill, I think, for this little bit here. So corner 1 is Hell Corner. Then we head on to the Mountain Straight. Quarry is turn 2, followed by the Cutting, which is 3 and 4 and 5. Griffin's Mount, turn 6. Reed Park, turn 7. Frog Hollow, turn 8. Solman Park. Then it is the John Hicksman Vista, McKillamy Park, Skyline, followed by the long S's down the hill into the Dipper, Forest Elbow, onto the Conrad Straight, and then there's a 3-part Chase turn. And then we finish off at Murray's Corner, and that is your 23. Oh, God. So Grant Kumerle was having a pretty good race there, but a little bit of a tumble down the hill there as we pick up Mike Stockmel, currently running in 3rd place.
Grant Kumerle, and
Stockmel.
don't let go.
Stockmel has overtaken Max Simmons and gone a fair way. I must say Michael Magas is mixing from this group now, so he may have made a mistake. And it is currently shown in 11th place. I did. I overcooked it into the chase.
Wow.
Totally my fault. No one pressured me to the mistake. Totally my fault.
I recommend you...
oh, no! Hey! I think Edmund saved that.
That's some style points right there.
Indeed. This is a bit of a weird situation here because Dave Nelson's in 12th place, but that's the 17th place car of Richard DeRoche behind him. But we've been doing this a while. Richard DeRoche, a little bit of a higher profile driver than Dave Nelson, so you think that maybe he's a little bit quicker and just has had some bad luck early on here.
We need a racer named Brad.
I am a little surprised I don't think we have a Brad.
That's what I'm saying. And then I could make like Brad Company jokes, stuff like that.
Gotta get my friend Brad Krause to come play. The Brad Krause, as he is known. This is the weirdest thing ever. I went to... This was back in like like just after high school. A couple friends of ours had a party, and Brad's like, "Hey, let's go to the party." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. Let's go to the party." Okay, so we go and we bring a couple people who've never met these people, and like we get into the house, and TJ, who has favored in many stories here, as I will hold up for a second here, as the Jaguar, the Jag of Josh McLaughlin overtaking Michael Lebel there for Leibel for 8th place.
Libel, it's literally L-I-E, lie.
Hey, it's a last name, sir. Certain grammatical rules don't necessarily apply.
That is not true.
That is absolutely true.
It is.
That's absolutely true in a lot of cases. But,
I mean, your last name's pronounced the way it's spelled. My last name is pronounced the way it's spelled. Everybody else is wrong.
Yeah, but everyone tries to pronounce my name differently.
Stop names pronounced correctly. McLaughlin, you have to have like 9 pints of phlegm in your throat, but I mean, you can do it. McLaughlin.
He's been promoted to 7th place, and I don't know who is it that's disappeared. Oh, it's Rahasticek is in the pit lane.
Rahastic.
There we go. I'll get it.
You weird.
I do need to figure out where I'm getting that from.
Do I have to go get Wayne?
There's got to be some kind of like hockey player who's throwing me off. Well, no, Wayne was just, there's so many Hutchinsons, like in various sports that I follow.
I'm gonna go get Wayne, and he's gonna park a car right on your toenail.
That would be a precision driving job. And if there is someone who can do it, it is Wayne, because I mean, Wayne is a precise motherfucking driver.
The Wayne in Spain drives mainly on the plane.
So you pick up the Jaguar here of McLaughlin. Anyways, to finish my story off, TJ, we come walking in the door, and TJ starts going, "Is that the Brad Krause?" And for some reason, the rest of the night, he was the Brad Krause. I don't understand. I also got a headbutt directly after that, because TJ's greeting to me is Krogan-style headbutts.
Odd, but okay.
I mean, this is the dude who invited me and Dan over to try to taser us, and we fooled him with a trash can lid, so he tasered himself.
Nice. Don't tase me, bro. I might have a heart attack.
Don't tase me in the testicles. Might have a heart attack.
God, that's so funny. What a bunch of fuck-ups.
It's so funny. I feel moderately bad to anyone who actually relied on him for finance or anything, because the man has a family. But it was funny.
They're better off.
Well, that showdown between Romain Dumas and Mike Stockmill. It's early days. We're only a little bit. We're approaching 20 minutes into the race, anyways. Approaching 18, I guess. But the fact that Dumas has already been in for a pit stop suggests certain problems.
Almost 18, you say?
Almost. We started at 1 hour, 30 minutes. We're down to 1 hour, 12. As Martin Edmonds taking 4th place off of Max Simmons there. The Porsches, Simmons, Arjona, Castaño Muniz, etc. Very gutless in a straightaway. So they really struggled down the mountain straight and also the Conrad. Richard Roche. Car has seen better days, missing a lot of paint, but running in 14th place in the Rinaldi Racing Ferrari. I don't know why everybody picks the Rinaldi cars, to be honest, because I don't know, they're just not that appealing to me. I don't get the appeal.
Really? They have 4 wheels and they go faster.
Well, I mean the liveries.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I'm like, whoa, that Honda is amazing in a straightaway. Stop Mill just leaving. Oh, whoa, okay, problems. He did leave William Murr for dead, and then he might have died.
Yeah, that looked like he got slingshotted off into space.
We'll see where he rejoins. He was in 3rd place. I'm looking for him there. I'm not seeing him. Martin Edmonds 4th. John Barker up to 5th in the Aston Martin V12. Doing great. Max Simmons is dropping like a stone, and the reason is very simple. I said he's losing out on every straightaway in a big way. Having some problems. Pick up Robin Rahasticek. That is a blue flag scenario behind him with William Murrah, so that's not 4th position. He's currently 14th place. He's made a pit stop. just got promoted to 13th. That is because Michael Magas is in the pit lane. Spoiler, that was not actually a pit stop. That was my game deciding to crash.
If William wins, will it be considered a miracle?
Ooh, that's a good one. I mean, anyone but Stop Mill winning is generally an ESR considered a miracle. Martin Edmonds and John Barker going side by side there a little bit. Good to see those two battling up for 4th place. Wish nothing but the best for them. Richard DeRoche a little off the track there. He is shown in 14th place, as is Michael Magas. That's got to be a timing glitch. The Aston Martin V8 versus the Aston Martin V12. John Barker is on that V12 bandwagon.
Is it a B complex or straight B12?
V12, of course, is going to be beastly on the straightaways here, so not necessarily a bad choice. I'll pick up William Murr again. He negotiate. Oh no, Rahaschik's off in the background. A couple of people have messed up the chase today, and it's been a bit rough.
No, I don't think they're in this race. They're all Porsches. Hey, car jokes.
Logan Sword briefly got picked up there, and we continue with the 3-way scrap between... Oh, God! Simmons just getting bumped up by Josh McLaughlin, and that destroyed a couple of braking markers. There is debris on the track.
My favorite.
Michael Leibel looking to get past McLaughlin. Needs to do it soon, because McLaughlin will turn on the pressure when they hit the mountain straight. Because, as we know, the Jag... marvelous in a straight line. David Brock getting out of the way there.
The Jag.
It's Logan Sword catching Arjona at a bit of an awkward spot, but they do manage to negotiate that. Next on the list is John Spriggs. Man, John Spriggs, we're a little over 20 minutes into this, and he's already looking to go down a lap. That's a little surprising. Mind you, this is like the fastest, 23 minutes I think we've ever commentated, to be honest. Just feels like time is flying.
Time flies if you throw the clock really hard.
Race leader Albert Arjona, his teammate Xavi Castaño Muniz out of the race, so that's disappointment for the GPX team. Looking to get past the other Porsche of John Spriggs.
We should get Javier and Xavier to team up.
Actually, well, I mean, we could really realistically just do Xavi Castaño Muniz, Xavier Eugeni, and Javier Perez Torres. That's the team right there. That's the ticket.
Delightful.
Drive-through penalty for Grant Kuenmerle. Merle? Are we going to go with Merle or Merle? I mean,
Merle.
I feel like Merle has more of a musical quality to it. He's got a drive-through. I imagine that might be for speeding in the pit lane, but it could also be for track cuts, although I don't know if you really see a lot of track cut issues at Bathurst, because most track cuts involve cutting into a wall, and it doesn't end well.
You know, if somebody tries to hit the new guy and he avoids it, we could go, Merle!
Mike Stopmill rejoining from the pit lane, so a bit of an early pit stop there for the Honda.
Instead of Ole.
Indeed.
Martin
Edmonds, John Barker battling for a podium for the Aston Martin crew. That's very nice. Michael Leibel in his debuts up to 5th place. Barker going side by side with Edmonds, and Barker is going to win out through Quarry, I think, and head on to the cutting with 3rd place.
Actually, I believe that's pronounced the cuting.
I'm stunned that there's not the term where the kangaroo came onto the track just isn't named Kangaroo Point or something. That feels like a completely missed opportunity.
Captain Kangaroo Corner. You could have Captain Kangaroo Pimp hang out there all day.
Oh boy, Dave Brock going very slow. Edmonds and Barker do manage to dodge around the Bentley. I do still question a little bit of David Brock's choice of that Bentley. He was looking for a car that was really easy to drive, and he apparently finds that one easy to drive. I don't agree, but if it is, it is. You have that update is ready thing there in the lower right-hand corner? Okay. That is on the video. Okay.
Does your boy need to chip in? Do we need to GoFundMe for a license for some software? Like, what's going on here?
So we go on board with, well, not on board, but on the rear of John Barker with the Aston Martin St. Gallen. There, the R Motorsport V12 Aston Martin. I'm a little disappointed he went with the V12 Aston Martin for the R Motorsport team, because there's a couple of neater ones, like the Team Belgian one, which I think would have been cooler, but his choice. Friend of mine keeps inviting me to shit on Facebook. Go away.
Correct. I've really cut back on the Facebook interactions in the last month.
Mike Stopmill coming up to Robin Rahasticek, and that is four position, and the Honda is through.
We can start calling him Rehaystack.
That McLaren does appear to have a little bit of damage. The bonnet is slightly ajar there, so that indicates some front-end contact for the Jensen Rocket 720 McLaren. Yellow flag out. That is for Grant Kuhn Merle at the side of the track.
I would recommend that he be at the front of the track.
That would be ideal. So only the top 8 are still on the lead lap, actually. John Spriggs and up. Pit stops for David Brock and Benoit Dumas. And Logan Sword in the pit lane. So a lot of pit action going on right now. I do think the thing is that I think Martin, when he was recording this, forgot to engage the broadcast overlay. I think.
So we're getting the narrowcast overlay?
Well, I think that's why we're getting the relative timing as opposed to the overall timing. As Martin Edmonds continues in 4th place, he now has okay, that's a lap car behind him. That's Josh McLaughlin's Jaguar. Along with Kuhn Merle, and they're coming up to Rahasticek, and then Mike Stopmill, who bizarre plot twist. Mike Stopmill is lapped. Did you think you'd see the day?
No, I do not recommend that course of action.
Just letting everyone enjoy the sounds of the Aston Martin. As Martin Edmonds is running in 3rd place. Arjona has disappeared from the front of the pack, so I don't know if that's a pit stop or what. Very odd connection issue going on back there for Josh McLaughlin, who, of course, being the New Zealander that he is, internet is always the enemy.
It's because of all the tidal waves.
Martin Edmonds trailing John Barker. Aston versus Aston, but it is the V12 versus the V8. Gotta like William Murrah's chances right now. He's quite a ways up the road. Let's see what he can do. Mike Stockmill did a 2:04.002 there, which is about 2 seconds faster than this group here. So he's got pace. He just needs to make up the ground and avoid getting trapped behind people on the way up the hill. As John Barker legs it a little bit down the mountain straight to get a little separation from Martin Edmonds and McLaughlin. Man, it's got to be very nervous for Edmonds with McLaughlin on his tail because you got the internet instability and you got that big G3 engine, which is going to be hard as hell to get any separation down the Conrod or down the mountain straight. Should be faster through this section of uphill, but he is also, cognizant of the V12 in front of him that is not going to be terribly fast up here. And of course,
Hello,
boy!
Oh no! Oh lord!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Things have gotten real on the battle for the podium. John Barker looks to be damaged.
You'll make it. Just jumpstart the whole scenario. It's fine.
So Martin Edmonds looks relatively undamaged. It looks like Barker came off the worst of that. Somebody in the wall there. I didn't catch who that was. Might have been McLaughlin. Max Simmons in the pit lane.
Surely make you lose your mind.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was Barker in the wall. Oh, no. So John Barker was in second place. Has completely shoved it in the wall. Dave Nelson's up on the podium. So shout out to him in the Ferrari Evo. Up to third place. Plenty of time still to go. We're a little over a third of the way through the race. There's Max Simmons. Recently overtaken by Mike Stockmill. Well in the pit lane. There is Mike Stockmill, the Arrows Racing Honda. Last lap was a 2:03.9. His fastest, a 2:03.3, which I believe is the fastest of the race. No, Albert Arjona. Well, that confirms that Arjona is still wrong. Oh, God. Robin Rahasticek has an anger issue with braking markers because he just destroyed all the braking markers around the chase are gone. This is going to make this really interesting as people have no idea where to put the brakes on. And it looks like Albert Arjona has pulled the pin today and has retired the GPX Porsche. We haven't said his name like all day. Liam Curtin in 11th place. So,
fucking Liam. Get him, Liam, you fucking wonder of a man. I don't know what accent that devolved into. I'm sorry.
John Sprague's making his way through the chase there. The chase is going to be interesting with no braking markers whatsoever in play because Robin Rahasticek has destroyed them all. Sean Sprague suddenly finds himself in third place. Wow. A couple of pit stops, I think. Dave Nelson, John Barker in the pit lane, as well as Kuhn Merle, Dumas. I think Dumas has actually been permanently in the pit lane for a while, so unfortunately that showdown between Stockmill and Dumas will, I think, have to wait for another day. Michael Magas making his way up the hill. Not sure why we're focusing on him. Not really anything going on around him. Mike Stockmill up into 5th place, back onto the lead lap. And William Murrah in the pit lane is still the race leader, but that probably that may last through his pit stop.
I think good policy for you from now on is if there's a new person, just pronounce their name as if you were cartoon John F. Kennedy. Oh yeah, interject all these silly little burrows around the world.
I would like a party bladder.
Mr. Rahester Checker. That's not what you can do for my pronunciation.
No. It's that's not what my pronunciation could do for you. What you could do for my pronunciation.
Oh yeah, Ray.
Now I want to go watch Clone High. You're an evil man.
Yeah, well, it happens. I've actually never seen it.
I'd recommend it. I think you'd enjoy.
Oh, probably. You and like 3 or 4 other friends have always been into it, and like, oh, Clone High. I'm like, yeah, it sounds great. Just haven't got around to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a bunch of anime seasons I need to catch up on as well. There's just so much.
So much animated fun.
And your boy, the X Pants,
Mm-hmm.
which were almost. Apparently, Martin's seen the whole shenanigans, so I told him that we were watching, and we were almost done season 3.
Mm-hmm. And then we got season 4, and then we're up to date.
No, season 5.
Well, season 5, I think, is currently airing, is it not?
I don't know.
I think so, because the trailers for that came out late 2020, like October. So I assume season 5 is still going.
Oh, do they release it episodically, or do they release like the whole shenanigans?
Okay, well, we can find out, I guess. So, okay, well, perhaps there's a season 5 for us to catch up on. There's at least part of a season 5.
I think there's. I don't know for sure if it's the whole thing or partial, but your boy Martino, who is currently in 2nd place,
he is
theoretically
excellent.
Has said he's caught all the way up. So whether that means he's caught up to all current episodes or all episodes, period, I don't know.
Season 5 has got some eye-opening shit for you when we get there.
How would you know? You haven't only seen season 2.
Well, 1, I've seen season 3, so you're incorrect. But 2, I've read the books, so I'm a little ahead of even where I've reviewed.
Books. Don't they have like information and stuff in those?
They do.
Wow.
There's enough changes between the TV show and the books to make it interesting. Some for the good, some for the bad, but yeah, happens. For example, I think the character of Ashford is much more interesting in the TV show than he is in the book.
Which one's Ashford again?
He's the old guy that we met pretty recently. He's a drummer second in command. Gotcha. David Strathorn plays him in, or Strathairn. I don't know I don't know even how to spell his name. Guy who was one of the main characters in Alphas plays it. There you go.
I don't know what that is.
It was a pretty fun show about like mutants that had powers and stuff. It was intriguing.
And the mutant. Are you ready for the latest awesome headline out of Plains, Pennsylvania, outside Wilkes-Barre, PA?
Okay.
3 people are dead after an argument over snow shoveling leads to murder-suicide.
I'm face bombing. You can't tell, but I am face bombing right now.
Oh, I haven't even read I just read the headline. Apparently there's actual information here. I don't know if it's... Apparently 2 people, a couple were outside snow shoveling. The parking spots across the street into... Oh, so they're snow shoveling. They're shoveling snow from their parking spots onto somebody else's property. Dude asked them to stop. They argued. Apparently, homie went back inside, got that thing on him, and just shot the shit out of these 2 people at close range. And then an AR-style rifle, which is probably not accurate. Good job, American media. And then apparently did the old Hitler special.
Wow!
What the fuck, people?
Yeah, well, that's pretty much it. Donald Trump named his new legal team for the impeachment, which is...
They'll quit too. It doesn't matter.
Well, they know about his plan, that he wants to defend himself with with basically the election was stolen, therefore anything I did was legal. defense, and they seem to be okay with it. One of them is a prosecutor who elected not to prosecute Bill Cosby so that the victim could possibly sue Bill Cosby, which is interesting.
I mean, I do like money, but
yeah.
Can we do both? Can't you just like
can we do both?
federal pound me in the ass prison and money?
Michael Leibel putting a lap on Michael Magas there, who is battling with John Barker and Martin Edmonds for 8th place.
Ah, there you go. See, it's in print. It's Leibel.
There we go. Max Simmons in 5th place.
It's a Spider-Man joke. Anybody doesn't get that.
Uh-huh. Get me pictures of Spider-Man.
When she sends nudes, but you want pictures of Spider-Man instead?
Yeah, no. J. Jonah Jameson. It never ends. Max
I
Simmons
maintain that J. Jonah Jameson just has a big old room with walls and ceiling, possibly even the floor covered in pictures of Spider-Man.
Quite possibly.
While he's dressed in a Spider-Man costume. You know, stuff happening.
I was gonna say they really need J.K. Simmons to play that character. Then I realized they did.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Like the most open and shut casting choice of like all time.
Have you seen the pictures of J. Jonah Jameson himself, Mr. J.K. Simmons, working the fuck out?
Mm-hmm.
That man is ripped like a motherfucker.
Oh! Logan's sword came over on Mike Stopmill there. That was a little suspect. Stopmill handling it like a pro. Also gets past Kuhn Merle as well. So, crisis averted. Kuhn Merle messing up the chase. No surprise there. Again, there are no braking markers for the chase right now. John Barker in 9th place. He's got some daylight between him and Michael Magas, who had to let Michael Leibel through. And we'll see if that closes when Leibel inevitably tries to make a move on John Barker. As Max Simmons gets a blue flag cleared there. So William Murray is in the lead right now. I'm not honestly sure who's in 2nd place.
It's me.
Unfortunately, without the broadcast overlay, we're getting some interesting positional charts here. And I know 3rd place belongs to Leibel, and 4th to Stopmill. I really don't know. I'm trying to figure out who's just like missing from the order here, and
Juanito Mayor.
I don't have an answer. Well, he's not racing.
See, told you. I believe we are missing Super Dave Osborne.
Well, yeah, but Dave Nelson's in 6th place.
Yeah, close enough.
I didn't even realize there was Bentley advertisement there.
You know Drive Bentley?
No, me no drive Bentley. John Barker on the tail of Martin Edmonds. Oh, it's John Spriggs in 2nd place. There we go. That was who's missing. So it's Murrah, Spriggs, Leibel, Stopmill, Simmons, your top 5 at the moment. Then 6th place belongs to Dave Nelson. The battle you just saw is for 7th and 8th. Michael Magas in 9th place ahead of Liam Curtin.
Maggle.
Stopmill in the background there is he coming.
Pit window's opening.
Pit window's opening.
The incredibly short pit window because there was it was listed in seconds instead of minutes.
Just remember, kids, when a pit window opens, another one closes.
That's true.
sound life advice.
Picking up the lone Audi in the field, Michael Magas. Again, the Audi revolution requires more drivers. We demand. We're officially halfway through the race, by the way.
It's because of the sword.
Well, I mean, there is Logan Sword. He's in 14th place.
Have you ever seen that? I don't know. It's a Hispanic guy who's reading from the Bible, and he finds some passage about the sword of whatever, and he just keeps going on and on about the sword, and we love you, God, and it's really hilarious. At least I think so.
I
and
can't say that I've seen
trying
this.
to like break dance or doing the robot while listening to some beats and proselytizing.
I mean, that does sound very intriguing.
I was entertained greatly. I've seen it a few times. Javi posted it somewhere in the last month.
That does sound like a Javi thing.
It is very good. I enjoy it.
Oh, Magus overcooks it into the chase.
So consequently, Liam Sword shows up, and I start pronouncing it like that, very enthusiastically.
Logan Sword, sir. Logan.
I don't care. It's the sword. And he pronounces it as sword the whole way through the video.
I mean, he's committed to the bit. I respect that.
Yeah, absolutely.
John Barker is still holding off Martin Edmonds, which is kind of embarrassing on a couple of levels, because, I mean, you got the V12, which is the older Aston Martin, taking on the V8 Aston Martin, and you got the pro driver behind the silver driver. So, interesting. Although, shout out to silver leader and currently overall podium sitter, Michael Leibel, who is in third place. And on your screen right now. I do like that livery, the EMA group livery. Very nice. It is nice to see some McLaren 720s on the grid. That's been another car that's been a little bit underrepresented in ESR's fold so far.
But not as underrepresented as the Koenigsegg.
That is true. It's true. Not as underrated as, or not as underrepresented as the BMW and the Nissan, which are completely absent from today's grid.
Wow.
And surprisingly, the Lexus, which has been quite popular with ESR lately, is also missing from the grid. After Paul Riccobeni's 3D Speed Championship for the Lexus brand, it's been kind of going downhill. Ooh, Max Simmons overtook Liam Curtin there on the dipper. That's dangerous. that is flirting with disaster. But handled cleanly by the looks of it. The lone Bentley in the field of David Brock, CMR Bentley. And we pick up Mike Stopmill with hood cam.
Just want to do hood cam stuff with my friends. No Xbox for a whole weekend. Are you ignoring me, or are you just laughing too hard?
Whole weekend. I'm trying not to laugh, actually, because my ribs are still fucked up.
Oh, yeah. If anybody doesn't know, Mike's been yanking on his contrapposto muscles, and he's all rinked over with the camshaw, and his valve covers are flipped up.
Gee, thank you. Michael Magas hitting the pit lane there.
So, if you're watching the video and you made it this far, and you're not thoroughly disgusted, one like equals one prayer for Michael's yanked muscle.
It actually really does hurt.
No, I understand. But it's not going to stop me.
I know.
It's going to be stronger. So if I make you laugh a lot, it'll be way stronger later on because of all the micro tears, right? That's how that works, right?
That is one way of putting it, yes.
That's how muscles get stronger, baby. That and steroids.
That's true.
Shoot the Worcesterol right into the area.
You think after all my years of MMA fandom, I would know all there is about steroids on this matter.
Get yourself a
that
nice
is
2-liter jug of Stanzalol.
that is Michael Leibel just ahead of Mike Stockmill, so he's looking at that podium spot, and he is hungry like the wolf. Logan Sword is in the way at the moment.
The sword.
Little clumsy there at the chase, but gets through without too much issue. Mike Stockmill, we gotta talk, Mike. We gotta talk. So in Mike Stockmill's window, it says PLY. That's where the short form for your name goes in, and the PLY is the default, I assume, for player. Mike Stockmill has not programmed in a short name for himself. Mike, what's the deal, Mike? What's the deal?
Yeah, for real, man. Come on. At least go the juvenile route and just put in ass.
Yeah.
Or tit.
I like mine's MMA, so there you go. Mixed martial arts, baby. Nice to see that Robin Rahaszczek is once again circulating in 15th place. He was in the pits for a really, really long time. Makes me think that maybe something in real life got in the way. Wife aggro, kid aggro, something in those lines. But he's back, and he's in the field again.
His pet crocodile chewed through his steering cable.
Could be. Logan Sword getting in the wall again there a little bit. Let's Max Simmons through. So I think we're down to 15 cars running. We do have Benoit Dumas still on the server, but he has not left the pits in some time. I think he might be dealing with some real life aggro. Max the Sandbag Simmons, probably the last pit stopping guy in this race. We don't even know because we don't have the pit window details, but probably, knowing Max's tendency, he will pit exceedingly late.
Mr. Sandbag, bring me ice cream. Doom, 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 doom. Make it the chocolatiest that I've ever seen.
Oh, I don't know if you want that.
You don't like chocolate?
To quote Supernatural on that, that might be a butt thing.
I mean, I hadn't associated that with ice cream. That might just be a you thing.
Could be. I have a juvenile sense of humor sometimes. Michael Leibel has been overtaken by Mike Stockmill for third place. Let's see if he can come back at the Honda. I doubt it. Stockmill is a racing god. Also, put pressure on Mike Stockmill. He agreed to do an interview for ESR Racers Corner and has not done it yet. So, pester him. Yellow flag coming up. Somebody off the track there. Not sure who it is. They are still there, but I didn't catch who the car was. Oh, it must have been John Spriggs because he's dropped from second place. And is dropping through the order, so maybe the Porsche has had a moment.
I've had many of those.
Pickup race leader William Murrah, who is coming up to Grant Kuenmerle. Liam Curtin in the pit lane to service a pit stop. Drops him out of the top 10. Mike Stockmill putting a lap on Martin Edmonds. So he's right in the middle of this Edmonds versus Barker battle, although Barker's a little bit up there, so he's legged it out a bit.
Nope, some more current news. GameStop investors are paying it forward by donating Nintendo Switches to children's hospitals.
I like that.
Well done, crippling billionaires and making kids happy. The fuck can't the internet do?
The only problem is those billionaires will somehow find a way to get their money back and probably gouge the same kids on something.
I mean, you can always just storm their houses and stuff.
We do not advocate such things on this channel.
Technically, and for legal reasons, he's correct.
John Spriggs. Not sure what happened to him that dropped him from 2nd to 5th. But that last lap of a 2:34.6 is probably the answer. That is a pretty poor lap time.
Wow, just because he's not making enough lap money doesn't mean that you can just call him out for being economically lap disabled.
I can, and I will.
Fair enough. Haha, you're poor. I know this GameStop stuff is funny, but you have to remember, this is hurting real people who own multiple boats.
I know, I've seen that one. It is hilarious. It is truly hilarious.
Crikey, I just saw Numbat.
Rudy Giuliani's being sued by the Lincoln Foundation. Which,
he's being sued by a lot of people.
Well, the big one is the $1.3 billion lawsuit from Dominion voting machines.
Oh, yeah, right. I heard about that.
I think anything else really doesn't matter.
Sue
Mike
'em all,
Stopmill coming up to the V12 Aston Martin, which moves out of the way. And Stopmill is through. I think only the top 6 are still on the lead lap, which, by the way, shout out to Dave Nelson, who... okay, no, it looks like he is not on the lead lap. So I think we're down to just Simmons, Leibel, Stopmill, and Murrah, possibly whoever's in 5th place, which would be Spriggs, on the lead lap. There is Dave Nelson.
Where?
On your screen right now.
Oh my goodness. The man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, he is on the lead
Nelson.
lap. He just hadn't gotten to the finish line, so he is on the lead lap right now. That's good.
Dave Nelson currently rocking the Confederate flag livery.
Not really.
Not really, no.
As the AF Corsa livery. Grant Kuhn-Merle into the pit lane again from 13th place. Second in the bronze category to David Brock. Stopmill did a 2:04 flat last lap. Not sure what William Murrah did. Leibel in the pit lane. And that promotes somebody else onto the podium. I believe. Not Spriggs. He was in 5th. Who was in 4th? For this whole thing. Oh, Max Simmons. There we go. Camera gave me the answer. Making his way past. That is Martin Edmonds getting lapped by the Porsche. I will say I'm disappointed that KCMG, which is the team Max Simmons is repping here, left Nissan, but I do like the new Porsche liveries they've come up with. That does look That does look quite nice. $30 to go here today. That is 1/3 race distance. Dave Nelson has got to be one of the drivers of the day. Running in 5th place, doing an excellent job. Recent Academy contender. And the Mad Panda of William Murrah continues to lead the way.
It's a miracle.
Gap is 37 seconds back to Mike Stockmill. He does look like he's got a little bit of damage on that car still. Be interested to see if I can get a look at his best lap time versus his last lap time. Oh, bit of styrofoam there on the track. Gets taken out by David Brock. And a little bit collected by race leader William Murrah as well. Josh McLaughlin running in 9th place. Still doing pretty well in that Jaguar G3. Showing a little bit of war damage, though.
War.
Max Simmons has just moved into 2nd place. I wonder if that means Mike Stockmill's in for his final pit stop of the day. I assume it is the case. I see that John Barker is also in the pit lane. As is John Spriggs.
And so is everyone else.
Well, Michael Magas, Romain Dumas, and potentially Mike Stockmill. So, yeah, fairly... Yep, there it is. Stockmill in the pit lane. Getting their last set of tires and any remaining fuel needed for the rest of the race. Well, Byron, you see this lovely blue Jaguar on our screen. What color would you want the Jaguar to be?
Well, I would literally like it to be Jaguar patterned.
It does have a Jaguar on the side, if you look at it.
No, I want it to look like a literal, golden,
like the spots. Yeah.
Golden with spots. That's what I want.
It does feel like I'm a little disappointed that I can't think of anyone having done that. It seems like such a...
What about your tards?
A natural choice.
Do that, and then also I want one in zebra.
Race leader William Murrah in the pits to get his final set of tires, any fuel, and possibly fix up that front end damage he's been carrying. Not a very good lap there from McLaughlin. Not sure what happened there. Mistake somewhere along the line. Not sure who he's trying to catch. I don't see who's in 8th place. It is John Barker. There we go. Martin Edmonds running in 7th place in the Aston Martin V8. I think he has a pit stop yet. Because Barker went in recently, and we have not seen him go in to match. Up the hill again for Martin Edmonds through the various parks. It would be really, really interesting because of course, this is a road course, and as such, there are actually houses around here. It'd be very interesting to live around this circuit.
I just need you boys with the ACCCC to join forces with the boys from the Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator so you can race through kangaroos and T-Rexes.
That would be very interesting. Michael Leibel back up onto the podium. I don't know if that's permanent. There are still some pit stops to sort out. I think he's probably actually behind Simmons and Spriggs, but I could be mistaken. Murray in first place. Stopmill is now only 24 seconds behind William Murray. Gained a fair bit of time off that pit stop. So Stopmill is coming. 3 different brands on the podium, though, right now. Mercedes, Honda, and McLaren. And, of course, anyone who watched my Mike does, or Mio does quizzes I put up on my channel there, where I did a bunch of Formula One quizzes, are aware that, of course, Bruce McLaren, the founder of the McLaren Group, is the second most successful New Zealand racer in Formula One history.
Is he part of the Canadian band, the Real McLarens?
It's interesting how many not a ton of race car drivers get to make a car company after them. Never mind a successful one. It's kind of weird that perhaps the 2 most impressive Formula One driver to Formula One constructors are both from Oceania, because the most successful one probably is the Brabham racing team, which was Jack Brabham's brainchild. He's an Australian. And they won, I want to say 4 world titles, 4 drivers' titles, 2 with Nelson Piquet, 1 with Denny Hulme, and 1 with Jack Brabham himself. And then the other, of course, the Kiwi, Bruce McLaren, with the McLaren team going on to win world titles as recently as 2008.
Might I recommend the most epic racing crossover team of all time?
Go ahead.
The Nelson Piquet Subban.
Oh, like that. I do like that. Grant Kuhn-Merlet has been caught by Robin Rahasczek. I'm still adding that I. I know. I'll get it at some point. They're battling over 13th place. Or 14th place, pardon me. David Brock, the bronze leader, in 12th. Still right now trailed by Josh McLaughlin and Logan Sword. Looks like he's got a lap on Sword, though, so he's sitting pretty right now. Looking for a victory. Picking up the dulcet sounds of the Bentley Continental 2018 model.
Reverberating gently around the Wallabies.
The Bentley is one of the cars that actually has serious problems if it's in traffic with cooling, because its engine is not ideally set up to actually be a race car, ironically. But they have had a significant amount of success in GT racing. Despite the let's call it not terribly great racing first approach to their cars. Much more luxury brand than sports car.
It's more like a curbside parking approach rather than racing.
No, I wouldn't go that far. Picking up Max Simmons there, who is only about 12 seconds off a podium. He can make a decent charge here. Might be able to get it done. Needs to make up a little over a second a lap, though, if Leibel doesn't have to pit again.
I think he's liable to do that.
And as he laps, that is Liam Curtin in the red Mercedes. McLaughlin is still doing very slow laps. We were talking about it before. He just did a 2:12 again. So it looks like that Jaguar does not have any pace right now.
Well, I mean,
interesting.
Maybe he hasn't fed it in a while.
Maybe. We'll see what the guys around him are doing. Specifically, I'd be looking at Michael Magas and John Barker. William Murrah, still the race leader. His lead is down to... Need a gap there for Mike Stobmill. There we go. 15.8 seconds, so it is still shrinking. But Stobmill does have to make up a lot more ground still. Let's see if he can do it. John Barker doing 2:05, so that is compared to McLaughlin's 2:12s, as we were talking about just a second ago. Michael Magas in a 2:06.8, so making up about 6 seconds a lap. So something is wrong with that Jaguar, I think. And we'll find out in the long run.
Is it possibly been shot in the head by a Serbian?
I mean, that's always possible. Serbians are known to shoot things.
Correct.
And blow things up.
Correct.
And drink copious amounts of alcohol.
Correct.
And ethnically purge a peninsula.
Also correct. We do not condone the last part. But the other stuff's kind of neat.
Sir, you have to respect our customs. It's a bit disappointing that there's really not a lot of Yugoslavian heritage in motor racing. I mean, we have a couple of drivers. Milos Pavlovic comes to mind. The tallest race car driver I think I've ever seen, which is Dusan Borkovic, who's like your height and races around in a Honda Civic. It's a bit weird. It's kind of like that episode of The Simpsons, which of course means nothing to you because of course you've never seen Simpsons. But there's the really tall guy in the compact car. This is the most spacious car I could afford. Why are you laughing at me? Logan soared at the side of the track there. Motionless.
All I know is Thunder Cougar Falconbird. And perhaps the Beta Romeo.
The Beta Romeo, I was going to say.
Yes. No dog food for Victor tonight.
I see the price tag on the car is $600,000, but we'll only go as high as $700,000. I will have to talk with my boss. He is not too happy. Malfunctioning Eddie, probably one of the various inspirations for Discount Dan.
Probably.
Blue flag out there for Max Simmons and Michael Magas as Magas ran a 2:06.6 last lap and lets him through on the mountain straight without any real difficulty.
And that's how you do a blue flag tutorial video.
Pretty much. I literally could use that shot.
Post it.
I mean, I'd want to get in the cockpit, but yeah, it's pretty much it. Yeah. William Murrah getting a little bit unhappy with David Brock. Looked like there was a flash of the headlights there. Not really sure if that was tremendously required, to be honest. Oh boy! We pick up Martin Edmonds as he sideswipes a Jaguar.
I like it. You're very aggressive.
I do know, because I did the stewarding video today, that McLaughlin just lost control of the car. That was all that was. So Edmonds continues on his way. Dave Nelson in 6th place. He's doing really, really well. One of the standout performers here today. So him and Michael Leibel, as well as Max Simmons, really showing the way. The 3 silver drivers in the top 6 right now. Realistically, I mean, 3 silvers in the top 6 is amazing for the silver quality. Of course, we lost some big guns. We've lost Albert Arjona. We've lost Xavi Castaño Muniz. We've lost Sean Kenny. We've lost Benoit Dumas. So definitely a race that could have looked a lot different without some of the carnage. But we've got a little over 15 minutes to go and 14 cars still circulating the track.
Sounds like we need to turn up the difficulty and damage meters.
You can't.
I want triple damage.
I am a little bit let down that there is no damage settings really for ACC. To be honest, it feels like there should be the option to increase the damage effectively. There is not. McLaughlin in the pit lane, as well as Logan Sword, as they sort out some issues. Actually, there are 6 silver drivers in the top 9. It's amazing. Technically 7 in the top 10 with Josh McLaughlin, but he is racing as a pro driver due to his affiliation with Dominic Turcotte. They were supposed to be a driver swap for this race, but Mr. Turcotte was unable to make the festivities for this round.
Was that because he was drunk?
I mean, maybe. If it's because he was drunk, he really planned that out, like, really in advance.
I mean, probably.
So what I'm saying is I do doubt that is because he's drunk, but I don't know that for a fact.
Maybe he just can't leave the heroin alone. I'm going to go worse and worse. Maybe his parole officer caught him at a bad moment.
Oh boy. Let's not discourage people with their parole officers, sir. That'd be a little rude. Whoa! Logan Sword giving Robin Rahaschek a smack in the bottom there on the way up the hill. That is a bit rude, given that he was lapped. Michael Leibel still looking at his first podium and silver win in his debut here with ESR. Very nice. Only behind William Murrah and Mike Stopmill, who are absolutely top-notch drivers. Coming up to John Barker there to lap him. Martin Edmonds back in the pit lane. Looks like Edmonds has returned after, I believe he had a PC crash and had briefly exited, but is back. 9th place, shown in 9th place. Michael Leibel all over the back of John Barker, but there's not really a place down these S's to really let someone through even under blue flags. He'll have to wait until at least till Forest Elbow. Probably the Conrad Straight. All right, so Barker's giving him the line as he sniffs up the draft and moves on past. Excellent blue flag work there, gentlemen. Barker is being run down by Michael Magas in behind him. The gap is down to just a little over 10 seconds, but with 11 minutes to play. I'm not sure what there is. We got a yellow flag out. That is Logan Sword at the side of the track.
Yellow.
Here, of course, becomes the major problem with lapping an Aston Martin V12. It's a beast in a straightaway, so it's just gonna be like, thank you. I'm gonna just take this draft and rock right up to your bumper. Interesting line into Quarry there by Leibel as we get on board with him. Next on his blue flag list is David Brock.
R.I.P. David Brocky.
That's not nice.
No, it's the dude from the lead singer of Gwar.
Oh, okay.
David Brocky.
We'll catch him at a bit of an awkward spot here on the downhill. And Brock gets a little bit to the wall there in the dipper. And that's going to free up Libel to get on through. And probably actually John Barker can clear him here on the Conrod as well. Moves over and allows John Barker to glide right on through. Who has been your driver of the day, Byron?
I would have to say that it's me.
It's a solid pick.
I am the best. Although that stuff meal kid going from last to at least second place at this point, probably pretty okay, right?
Well, I mean, I'd like to get the camera on that because he's only 4 seconds behind William Murr right now. And that does definitely feel like where I really think the interest is, but the camera has not really shown that in a while.
Yeah.
We are being treated to some excellent courteous driving by some back markers. We've seen some excellent blue flag work. Some not so great blue flag work as well. But I know from my point of view, the blue flag work was actually quite excellent. But obviously, your mileage may vary. Ooh, little hairy moment there between Brock and Magas. Brock getting out of the way. Does seem like Brock is a little bit slow on the plateau section of the track. Loses a lot of ground there, so maybe an area of work for the Bentley team. Let's see here. Murrah did a 2:06.2, 2:03.3 by Stopmill. I feel good about Stopmill's chances here with 7.5 minutes to go. Hopefully we get a camera on that at some point. So that's really the only battle I see going on right now. Everything else is largely resolved.
If I'm able to do math semi-correctly, I believe the stuff mill is now within 2 seconds of William the Miracle.
You are correct, sir. It's about 1.5.
It took me a while to say it out loud, so I'm not surprised that the gap has shortened.
Again, I'd like it if the camera got there, but the auto director is letting us down right now. Oh, Dave Nelson having an excellent day, but he lost it there. There we go. Mike Stopmill.
Oh, baby.
William Murrah for the race win. Little under 6 minutes to go, so probably about 3 laps. And we'll see if Stopmill can work his magic. He's definitely got the pace. The question is there a spot he can overtake Murrah? Murrah is still showing the damaged front end, which means they didn't fix it in the pit lane. That might come back to bite them. Because they probably thought they were saving time, but they are losing in the neighborhood of 2 to 3 seconds a lap. And that means that there's a lot of pace in that Honda right now that Mercedes may not have an answer for. Stockmill looking to the inside, heading into quarry. And I think that's the lead. Stockmill to the lead.
He gone. Now, by full of pace, you mean like they got a lot of salsa in the trunk, or what's going on there?
Well, pace is the average, basically, lap time the car is capable of, and it's been a while since William Murrah did a lap time that I would consider, like, top-notch. He's been pretty much lap after lap slower than not only Mike Stockmill, but also the likes of Michael Leibel and Max Simmons for quite some time. And he's showing damage on that front end that I'm very surprised his pit crew didn't fix in the during his last pit stop. Even John Spriggs down in 5th place is going faster than William Murrah. Not that it matters. He's got a more than substantial lead over Leibel, 33 seconds plus. And I don't think he'll fall any lower than 2nd place, but I do have to wonder if maybe not fixing the car has cost him this race win.
And all the pace salsa.
That too, although I think it would be Pache's also.
No, it's Pace. That's the company name. If they're still in business, I'll look that up now.
I'm not overly familiar with salsa companies, if I am entirely honest.
It was mainly advertised for the States, I believe. Oh, yeah, Pace. So there's a variety of canned salsas located in Paris, Texas. Has been in business since 1947. 1995, company was acquired by the Campbell Soup Company for $1.115 billion.
That's quite a lot.
In 1995, that's a truckload.
That's a lot of money.
That's several truckloads, sir.
Yeah, you were right about Stockmill being gone. He's already got a 4.2 second gap back to Murrah.
Well, I mean, he came around that corner and just like was halfway up the hill before the other dude could even get around the corner.
He is lapped up to 5th place so far today. So John Spriggs is the last of the lead lappers. Probably one more lap after this for Mr. Stockmill. And victory.
He's kind of driving a little fast. He might maybe a little dangerous. He might want to slow down.
Yeah, he's pretty confident. John Barker on the tail of... Okay, this is a blue flag scenario with Josh McLaughlin. Nothing super interesting there.
New wrinkle to the race. You get to drive as fast as you want, but the cops get to chase you too. And if you don't run the cops, then they, I guess, shoot you. I don't know.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit style.
Yeah, probably.
Pursuit Corvette.
I never played any of those games, but they look like fun.
I played that game like I was in elementary school when that came out. My cousin actually introduced it to me. It's kind of weird. My cousin had a racing wheel before I did, and he has no idea how to sim race.
Neither do I.
And you do have a wheel.
I do indeed.
Nice,
wheel,
give
pedal,
yourself
shifter.
a nice Logitech G29 wheel.
Yep. Is it G29, 28?
29, I do believe.
Is it? I don't know. What did you tell me? I looked it up once and told you what it was.
Yeah, McLaughlin putting a lap there on John Barker. Leader is on the last lap of the race, everybody. So your next time across the finish line, or, well, not next time. These three have another lap to go. But for a number of people, next time across the finish line is the end of the race. Gotta kind of suck to be Josh McLaughlin because he's partnered with Turcotte, and that's why he's got the pro rating. And Turcotte's not here, but he still has to race as a pro.
Dang Turcottes.
Ooh, Dave Brock just put up a 3-minute 50 lap, so something happened there. That was not great. The fastest lap today was in the 2:02 range. I would say anything from a 2:02 to 2:10 probably being fair. But 3-minute 50 is, that's a long lap. I wonder if there was a pit stop involved there.
I'm sorry, did you just say tree fitty?
I did say tree fitty. Oh, and we finally have the broadcast overlay up. Thank you, Martin. better late than never. I think it's because his computer crashed again and he's no longer on there.
That's very possible.
Mike Stopmill is your winner. Please ignore the plus 130-second penalties. Everybody is going to get one because of the pit stop fuck up. Don't you get it back? Get it back, Martin.
No, I liked it this way. This is good. It's very chaotic.
So Mike Stopmill is your winner from William Murrah. It's going to be Michael Leibel who takes home the last spot on the podium and the silver win. Max Simmons 4th, John Spriggs 5th, 6th for Dave Nelson, 7th for John Barker, 8th for Michael Magas, 9th for Liam Curtin, and rounding off the top 10 is the Jaguar of Josh McLaughlin. David Brock wins the bronze race, 11th overall. And we will see you for the 90 minutes of Suzuka next month.
Ha-cha-cha. That's a lot of Suzukis.
Also coming up on the calendar, we've got GT Challenge action with some combination of Ayrton Tobin, Cole McRae, and Matt Higgs bringing you that. We also have the 3D Speed Race, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. That will be from Zandvoort, which myself and Byron will be bringing you commentary on as well.
Zandvoort.
And there's a number of other things coming up within the Audible Ballista, R Factor, and Race Room. If you check out the ESR Discord, which is linked in the below, you'll be able to find out those and find a race that suits your needs. Well, except Byron's needs, because some people have inhuman needs.
Man has needs.
Byron, you have any final thoughts here from the Bathurst race?
I believe it was the warrior poet Jello Biafra who once said, Nazi punks, fuck off, fuck off.